let's talk about this UFC 212. It is going to be the unification of the 145-pound title, Max Holloway and fucking fuckface.
Fuckface.
Yeah.
You're talking about former pound for pound great Jose Aldo.
Yeah, Aldo. Yeah.
And you refer to him as F-face. See the way I didn't swear there?
Yeah. See, you're learning now. I was actually testing you to make sure that you're getting better.
Like the Ultimate Fighter, I too am evolving.
You are. Yeah, they're going to be. Well, look, I have no respect for this fight because Conor McGregor is the 145-pound champion. I can't even look at this fight as being a title fight. It's just annoying me. Thinking about it annoys me. They're two unbelievable fighters. You know, it's just people should be more pissed off at Conor McGregor than they are with you. But for some reason, you're getting all the hate in the industry.
Oh, yeah. No, listen. Whatever I do, I get shit off everybody. Conor McGregor can do no wrong.
He really can't.
He is Jesus reincarnated. He can walk on water. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. He can leave the sport of UFC and go chase a boxing match, and that's still the best thing ever, holding up two divisions whilst he's at it. But me, Jesus Christ, all I try to do is get a big payday, and I'm scum of the earth. I am the devil. I'm down there with Vitor. Me, Vitor, and Osama bin Laden all just chilling. Fucking hell.
Drinking iced teas in hell.
Yeah. She's like, yo, what's up, Osama? How you doing? I'm like, Vitor, sit down. Get off his balls. Who can we kill next?
So, look, dude, that fight's happening, and that's fine. But they just announced your boy, well, I guess they didn't officially announce it, but your boy Vitor is going to be retiring. It's his final fight in his contract. He said it's officially going to be his final fight with the UFC altogether, and I believe in his career altogether. It looks like it's going to be Nate Marquardt, which I guess is an interesting fight. I just want to get your reaction to this fight. I know you hate Vitor, but is there any part of you that
I hate Nate Marquardt as well?
Okay, good. Okay.
Listen, I said I wouldn't swear, but two little juice fuckers together there. Nate Marquardt has failed several steroid tests over the years, okay? He was abusing testosterone replacement therapy, and he was also flat out busted for steroids. The guy's a cheat. He's an absolute cheat, and now he performs like one. Now, there was a little scandal with myself back in 2011 with Jorge Rivera. No point going into the details. We all know what happened. And after that guy, Nate Marquardt, had the audacity to say that I bring the sport into disrepute. Wow. I bring the sport into disrepute. Here's a guy that's routinely failing steroid tests, but yet I'm the guy that brings the sport into disrepute. And every time he loses, he has the arrogance to not say, yeah, I was beaten by the better man. The arrogance to say, it's God's plan. And this is God trying to teach me a lesson. Oh, my God. I just can't fathom the arrogance there. Rather than say, do you know what? The better guy got me on the night. No. The better guy didn't get me. This was God actually stepping in and teaching me a lesson through losing a UFC fight. If you think that, you are out of your goddamn mind. If there is a God, let's just for a second imagine there's a guy sat up there in the clouds, and if there is one, Vitor's with him and he's chasing a ball, and he's making decisions. He's thinking about Nate Marquardt and his upcoming UFC fight, and he's thinking, yeah, he needs to learn to train a little harder. I'll use my magic and make XYZ fighter beat him in this fight, and Nate will get the message. He'll interpret the ass kicking as the message that I'm sending down. I mean, Jesus Christ. Is that not arrogance on the next level?
If that's God's plan, he has been teaching Nate Marquardt a lot of lessons lately.
If that's God's plan, then God needs to get his shit together.
And
focus on what's important in life.
Well, here's the deal. Like, first of all, I didn't know you had the same type of disdain for Nate Marquardt. Is it just the steroids thing that makes you hate? It's not quite the same
level as Vitor Belfort disdain. But
you and Vitor fought.
It's up there.
So let me ask you: Is it just the steroids that makes you hate these guys so much, or is it another personal thing? Because I know, like Vitor, you hate on another level, but is it the fight, the steroids? What is it that makes you? There's certain guys that fucking get your blood boiling, and Vitor's one of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, it is. You know, I mean, and it's the preachiness. It's the fucking preaching. Listen, at the end of the day, right? We fight in the UFC, and that's great. You know, I love it. I'm very lucky. I've had a great career. I've earned some money. And, you know, I've got a world championship belt at my house. Great. Whoop-de-doo. In the grand scheme of things, it's not that important. You know, we're entertainers. And to some people, it appears cool. But at the end of the day, we're not really changing the world. We're not curing cancer. We're just out there. We're stepping into a cage and we're beating each other up. But some people, like a Vitor, they get on the microphone and they spout about Jesus and being a good person and this and that. But I know these people. They're fucking scumbags. They're absolute hypocrites. And they jump on a microphone and they have the audacity to preach at people. Dude, you're a cage fighter. You're a fucking cage fighter. You're not a priest. You're not a politician. You didn't cure cancer or anything like that. So stop with the preachiness and just keep it in perspective. Good for you. Say thank you. Say I love my family. Say I can't wait to see my children. Congratulations. Thanks to everybody in attendance. But don't start fucking ramming Jesus down my throat, pal. Don't start telling me how I should live my life, because that shit pisses me off.
Well, it's funny. It's because both Vitor and Nate Marquardt are, preaching the gospel and preaching the word of Jesus.
Cunts.
But they're both using steroids. Is there something to that? Is there something to kind of the attitude of guys that feel as if they have some sort of higher connection with God, and they almost feel as if they're above the rules?
Yoel Romero is another one as well.
Yeah, Yoel Romero as well. Do they feel as if they're above the rules? Do they feel as if man's rules aren't set for them, and that, God maybe created this path for them and wouldn't have given them the option to cheat had,
Steroids would not have been invented had God intended for them to be used.
Yeah. Maybe there's something to this.
That's it. USADA, get in those churches, okay? Get in those Bible study groups. That's where you're going to find the real cheats.
That's the problem, is USADA's trying to play God. You can't play God, USADA.
God, and they're like, you can't play God with me. God created those steroids on the Tuesday when he created man in his own vision. He thought, yeah, and that vision can be a little bit better with a little shot of testosterone in the ass. Oh, my God.
On the third day, he said, let there be light. On the fourth day, he said, let there be anabolic steroids.
Exactly. Jesus Christ, we're shitting on a lot of people on this episode. If you are a church-going type, I do not intend any offense. We're only having a laugh. This is the Believe You Me podcast where, if you're easily offended, then don't listen. We're only having fun and games. I went to church every week when I was a kid. Every goddamn week, and it killed me.
Every goddamn week you went to church. Good job, Mike.
Every Sunday I went to church.
You don't even know the irony of you saying every goddamn week you went to church. You don't even notice yourself saying that.
Now you've laid it out. The blasphemous bastard. Every goddamn week. And yeah, until one day I said to my mom, Mom, there is no such thing as God. Whoosh, I got the biggest slap around the face you could ever imagine. Yeah, we used to have to go to church on a Sunday, me, Conrad, and our eldest brother, Stephen, and we'd go to the Catholic club where they had like pool tables and stuff, and we'd get a drink and play pool. And then we'd just go back and they'd say, right, they didn't go to church, by the way, but they sent us to get some peace and quiet. Right, what was the service about? And Stephen would tell us on the way back. He'd prep us with some bullshit, or say it was it was about John and or St. Peter, some bullshit, whatever. So yeah. So I forgot what I was talking about.
Something about going to church when you were a kid.
A tangent of absolute bullshit.
Who do you think's going to win? Quick picks. Vitor Belfort's going to retire after this fight. Nate Marquardt, if you look at his record, he's got a lot of red in there. Recent loss to Sam Alvey. Just really, a ton of losses lately. Both these guys are on the losing skids in their career.
I honestly believe whoever prays harder will win.
Probably.
Honestly, whoever prays harder and gives it up for the Almighty One.
But in a weird way, you know what? For somebody that believes in...
That's what's important in this life.
Well, here's the thing.
I shouldn't say that because a lot of nice people do pray. And I even said a little prayer for my dog the other day. So I'm only joking, so don't get offended, everybody. I'm having a laugh. Vitor Belfort. I'll go with Vitor. He's still got a little bit of speed, but he hasn't got a gas tank. I don't know, because when Kelvin Gastelum put it on him, Marquardt showed a lot of heart, It's a tough one. It's a pick 'em.
Why didn't they put Anderson versus Vitor together? What happened there? Wasn't that supposed to happen?
They should have done, man. That was the fight to make. I don't know why they didn't do that.
Yeah, so stupid. So you know what it is, truthfully speaking? I think Vitor, he said, and he was I think he was kidding about CM Punk, but he did want an easier fight, and I think that Anderson still has a lot. I think Anderson still, I don't think people realize Anderson Silva, he may be not the, the same young, crazy Anderson Silva that knocked out, fucking Rich Franklin
Vitor back in the day.
Back then. But he still could beat almost anybody. I mean, really, any given Sunday, I think Anderson Silva could beat anybody in the middleweight division. He has the style to knock anybody out at any given point in a fight. So.
No, for sure he does. For sure. In that last fight against Derek Brunson, he just didn't show up. I mean, he hardly threw anything, but he still won the fight. It was very close, debatable decision, but whatever. But you're right. I mean, he still got it. So that would have been a mismatch. I guess that's the UFC not doing Vitor a favor, but giving him a fairer matchup when you look at his losses lately, when you look at his diminishing body, the disgusting state of his body, that you see what the post effects of abusing your body from 18 years old with steroids and then having to come off them. You see the effect that it's had. I guess they've thrown him a bone in some ways and given him another ex-scumbag.
Yeah, they seem to be a little bit more evenly matched up, and good for them, I guess. Real